Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Second half of our Delaware Hockey Network doubleheader. Salesianum's home opener against the Owen J. Roberts Wildcats. Welcome to Season 10 of Salesianum Hockey on the Delaware Hockey Network. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box. Trey Wright, our videographer tonight. And glad to have all of you with us from wherever you may be here on this Friday night in the First State. Ryan Dominic getting the call for Salesianum between the pipes. 0-1-0. Lost to Father Judge on opening night, giving up 7 goals. Right now sporting a save percentage of .841, but as far as the Salesianum netmind and core is concerned, the senior Ryan Dominic certainly putting in off-season work once again. A very astute goalie, very aware of his angles, and should prove a more than capable backstop for the Salesianum side. Braden Kropp looking to build on 3 goals, leading Salesianum in offensive productivity. And on the other side of the red line, Jackson and Brody Major leading the way in terms of points scored this season for the Wildcats, both with 6 in 3 games played to this point. We're going to take a timeout here on the Delaware Hockey Network. When we come back, we'll take you inside the glass for tonight's starting lineups. This is the Delaware Hockey Network, Season 10 of Salesianum Hockey, brought to you by the Law Office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the Law Office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
It is opening night, 2025-26, as the Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League presents a varsity matchup between the visiting Wildcats of Owen J. Roberts and Salesianum. Fans, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting Owen J. Roberts Wildcats, starting in goal, number 79, Paige Faith. On defense, number 25, Chase McAteer. And number 44, Richie Pupek. At wing, number 62, Maximilian Connell. And number 10, Jackson Major. Starting at center, number 27, Colin Doherty. And for the first time this season, let's meet the starting six for Salesianum. Starting in goal, number 40, Ryan Dominic. On defense, number 16, Sean Melican. And alternate captain, number 22, Blake D'Italia. At left wing, number 20, Michael Salucci. At right wing, number 18, Connor Davis. And starting at center, your captain, number 43, Sean Alberts. Salesianum are coached by Brian LeBlanc. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the Inter-County Scholastic Hockey League, are Sam Chauvin and Sean Green. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ready to rock and roll in the first state. Salesianum clad in their home ecrues. Moving from left to right in opening period action. Owen J. Roberts in their away reds. Classic look, head to toe red, save for white trim on the bottom of the sweater. White numbers on the back and sleeves. Wildcats written diagonally across the front. Moving right to left, backstop by Paige Faith. 1-1-0 with a .392 goals against average at a save percentage of .875. Sammy Chauvin set to drop the puck on opening night at Fred Rust Arena. For Salesianum and for us, opening night of season 10 of Sally's Hockey on the Delaware Hockey Network. Before we get too deep in the action, sponsorship opportunities are available. Get your brand's name in front of a growing audience stretching from Boston to D.C. and beyond. To learn more, email mjr@412communications.com, and off we go. Blake D'Italia pulling behind his own goal, leaves the puck to Davis, who tries to advance it up the right wing boards. It's taken away by Jackson Major. Flipped in off his backhand, off the end boards. Recovered by Sean Melican for Salesianum and pushed clear by D'Italia. This is shoveled by Davis across ice. Salucci putting on the brakes at the blue line. Sends the puck 2/3 the length of the ice, and this is going to come back an icing just 30 seconds into the proceedings. USA hockey rules, so automatic icing. The name of the game here in Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League play. The instant that puck crosses the goal line, play is blown dead, so same as international hockey as far as icing infractions are concerned, as the Colin Costello shot goes well off its mark. Rafter could not recover at center. This is steered behind the Owen J. Roberts goal. Cameron Willis making his second appearance in varsity Salesianum Ecru. Bobbles the puck, he gives it away to Rafter. This is set up ice by Hoisington beyond center. Converging are Costello and Winchell in the far corner of the Salesianum zone. Brody Major throws it in from the right point. First shot of the game goes the way of Ryan Dominic. The second, however, does not, as Colin Costello pots his first goal of the season, and Owen J. Roberts draw first blood a minute and 26 seconds in. Watching again here on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. Colin Costello, all by his lonesome, scoring his first of the year and giving the Wildcats the initial lead. And here they come again, led by Major. Stood up by Melican, and Dominic will freeze for the pause in play. It's thrown in from the point. By Major getting the assist. And now we've got particulars on that first goal. Meanwhile, Ryan Salfas working through traffic, steered to the corner, centering pass intercepted by Lehman and just cleared over the line. Owen J. Roberts' goal, his first of the season, scored by number 11, Colin Costello. Assisted by number 16, Brody Major. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 26 seconds in the first period. Costello's first from Major at 1:26. The shot from Mitchell was sticked away by Faith to the far corner. Rom back inside his own line, trying to find Bach to no avail. DeGrand is swarmed right at the Salesianum blue line. Good pressure from Andrusiak to force a failed breakout pass. Rather, that was Cole Doherty wearing number 21. Doherty steps in to apply pressure on Davis, who turns and fires the puck toward Brandon Bach, but beyond his intended target. Doherty recovers at center just beyond the 3-minute mark for Owen J. Roberts, but he's pickpocketed, and here comes Connor Davis in a 1-on-2. Davis wearing number 18 this year. He wore 32 2 seasons ago, 15 last year. So we've got to relearn Connor Davis again. Yep, we've got to relearn him. And here he is again. Davis off the Salucci feed, putting on the brakes just over the line. Cross ice feed back towards Salucci. Evades his reach. And Colin Costello, the lone goal scorer, brings it back as far as the Salesianum blue line, where he stood up by the back-checking Peter Brennan. Nearing 4 minutes completion from Fred Rust Arena in the first of 3 17-minute periods, and this will be whistled offside. Neutral zone draw coming the way of the Sal's right in front of their own bench. And Aiden Gutowski gets pummeled in the near corner boards after chasing down the puck. Holding and shooting was Winchell from the right point. It was blocked. Loose puck in front, steered by Willis off his backhand toward the Wildcats' cage, but he didn't have the angle. Shot standing 2-1 in favor of the red-clad Wildcats. And this will be an icing. Just over 12 and a half minutes to go in the first period from Fred Rust Arena. And we've got our first penalty of the game as Sean Green signals a trip. This going against the Wildcats' Jason Heideck. And for the first time tonight, Salesianum are on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. You too can score on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities, including his new membership program. Exercise coaching, nutrition coaching, priority appointments, discounted physiotherapy, and more. Head to desportsmed.com. Owen J. Roberts' penalty was assessed to number 97, Jason Heideck, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 4 minutes, 35 seconds in the first period. Heideck 2 for tripping at 4:35. 2-on-1 for the Wildcats. Major with the initial shot. And Doherty with the shorthanded putback. So the Wildcats double up Dominic at 5:17. Great awareness from Captain Colin Doherty to stay with the play and put back the rebound chance after Dominic made the initial save. It is 2-0. Owen J. Roberts' shorthanded goal. Second of the season. Scored by number 27, Colin Doherty. Assisted by number 16, Brody Major. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 17 seconds in the first period. Doherty's second from Major at 5:17. The other Major, that being Jackson, lofted the puck into the far corner of the Sal zone. 32 seconds to go on the Heideck penalty. Just over 6 minutes of elapsed in the first period. And both goals belong to Wildcats. Net front feed from Willis to Braden Kropp didn't connect. And we've got a puck out of play just beyond 6 minutes into the first. Attacking zone draw squandered, nearly clearing was McAteer. Close-up chance from Bach, covered up by Faith for a pause. 10.5 minutes to go in the opening period. And both sides are going to lose a guy. We're going to stay 5-on-5. As both guys go off for roughing at 6:29. And now Brian LeBlanc getting the rest of the lowdown from Sam Chauvin. It's like matching roughing minors, and we're going to stay. As mentioned, 5-on-4 for the next 5 seconds. Owen J. Roberts penalty assessed to number 25, Charles McAteer. Salesianum penalty assessed to number 6, Brandon Bach. Both guys 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 6:29 of the first period. McAteer and Bach 2 each for roughing at 6:29. This will be an icing against the Wildcats. And with no liaison downstairs, we're left to our own devices to get you the particulars. We will endeavor to get you more of the particulars as they're made available to us. Davis swarmed. Cross ice pass intercepted by Jackson Macher. The Roberts fans want a trip, they're not going to get it. But they will get an attacking zone face-off as this comes back an icing with 9:06 to go in the first period. Wildcats with a 2-0 lead over Salesianum, who've been off to a slow start. A young team dropping a decision to Father Judge to kick off the season. Before then beating Spring Ford 6-3 this past Monday. First Salesianum goal of the homestand goes the way of Aiden Gutowski. So the Sals get one back. A give and go with Cameron Willis. And Gutowski's got his first of the year. To put Salesianum on the board and cut the Wildcat lead to a single goal. Salesianum goal! First of the season, scored by number 49, Aiden Gutowski. assisted by number 14, Cameron Willis. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 10 seconds. In the first period, Gutowski from Willis, first of the season at 8:10. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. 7:40 to go in the first period. Roberts 2, Salesianum 1. In their first meeting of the season, they'll do it all again 3 days from now at Oak Center Ice. So as close to a true home and home as the Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League schedule will permit. Mitchell gets some help to clear. Braden Kropp just beyond center. Tips the puck deep into the Wildcat zone, and this is picked up by Connor Davis, as trying to walk free was Engel. Wide shot, a one-timer from Sean Albert at the top of the right circle, ends up in the far corner. This is launched in by Brennan from the opposite point. Sticked away by Faith to the far corner. A two-a-side scrum goes the way of the Wildcats, and Engel gets this back as far as center, where Albert recovers and feeds back to Davis for the re-entry. This shot blockered up into the back netting by Faith and out of action. Six and a half to go in opening period play. Colin Doherty looking for his second, tries to stutter step to get around Brennan. But Brennan got the better of him and recovered the puck for Salesianum. Doherty bats it down from midair, picked back up by Davis, and in he comes. Connor Davis, hard shot! From 35 feet, Faith with the stop. Rebound controlled by Jackson Macher from behind his own goal. Advanced to Doherty. Shoveled ahead and walked on by the other Doherty, Cole. Cole's shot was blocked by Oliver Sheff at the top of the near circle. Some new names here on the Salesianum side. Cole Doherty again from point blank range. Couldn't stuff one past Dominic on the doorstep. 5.5 minutes to go. In the first period, Owen J. Roberts with a 2-1 lead and an attacking zone face-off coming up as a result of a Salesianum icing. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork brisket and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. 2-on-1 for the Sals. Callahan and Willis. Foiled by the glove hand of Paige Faith. Cross slot pass, time and space galore. Sean Callahan took aim, but Paige Faith had the final say. Brody Macher cross ice feed to Lehman. The entry just onside as Connell had skate contact on the entry, said Green. Willis recovers. Advanced to Kropp, who's bodied down in open ice. And here we go. Cross check signaled by Dr. Sam. Delaware Sports Medicine power play time. As Rafter heads off. And Salesianum are back up a man for the next 2 minutes. They head back to the Delaware Sports Medicine power play, desportsmed.com. So Rafter taking the walk of shame for the cross check. And a prime chance for Salesianum to get back level with Owen J. Roberts is before us. Owen J. Roberts penalty assessed to number 17, Quinn Rafter. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes, 16 seconds in the first period. Rafter, 2 for cross-checking at 12:16. Davis one-timer. Caught and held by Faith. Davis bulldozing in, couldn't maintain control of the puck. Melican walking the line to Salucci. Final 4 minutes of the first period. Final minute 9 in the second Delaware Sports Medicine power play. And the Wildcats' Bryce Hoisington clears. D'Italia circles behind his own net. Pass up the middle, too hard for Davis to handle. This is picked up by Colin Doherty. Gutowski recovers in neutral territory and regains the right point for the Sals. Karam's shot ends up at the far half wall, where waiting was Davis. Back low is Gutowski. D'Italia fans on the puck. This taken away by Colin Doherty on his horse, but trailed by 3 Salesianum back checkers and ultimately slowed up at the blue line. Davis the other way, tried to pick the top corner, stick side on Faith, didn't have the angle. Gutowski walking in, couldn't jam one in past. A good stick check in low, looked like Addison Hartman got a piece of it. Hartman boxing out net front alongside Kropp. Meanwhile, Brennan holds the right point. Centering feed to Willis went awry, and Rafter is back on and heading off in exchange for some fresh legs as we enter the final 2:35 in the opening period. What have we got from Dr. Sam? Looks to be a last play face-off, which will come at center as a result of the penalty box door being left agape when Rafter shuffled back off to the bench. So a safety issue as play was advancing up the near boards, and Chauvin always one to err on the side of caution. Faith with the cover and the pause. Coming now to the final 2:02. In opening period action as we've had to recalibrate our clock. We're all synchronized now, though, as the Wildcats leading 2-1 clear. Max Connell swarmed, gives the puck away to Willis. Willis shoved out of the lane by Rafter. Tried to center, nobody home. Brody Macher back the other way. Final minute and a half of the first. Hoisington holds the point. but he gives it away to Winchell. McShane couldn't find Rom on the way back near side. In comes Macher. Delayed penalty coming up against Salesianum. Interference the call. This with 1:05 to go. And Harry Winchell will head off. 15:55 into the first period. Sending Salesianum to their first penalty kill of the night. Trying to carry the puck free was Salucci off the face-off win, but back in come the Wildcats. Salesianum penalty was assessed to number 10, Harry Winchell. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 55 seconds in the first period. Winchell, 2 for interference at 15:55. D'Italia, Melican, Davis, and Albert. The 4 on to start this PK for the Sals. And coming back the other way is Charles McAteer for the red-clad Wildcats. Double teamed in the near corner, stripped of the puck by Callahan, who could not clear. Pupek races the puck down to the right point. He slams it in close. The shot from Colin Docherty in the low slot was just wide. Final seconds of the first period ticking away, and D'Italia will let them run out. The score at the end of one period, Owen J. Roberts Wildcats 2, Salesianum 1. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after a brief intermission.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Just about set to go for second period play. In a first period that saw Colin Costello and Colin Docherty find the back of the net for Owen J. Roberts. On a total of just 9 shots. Salesianum down a man for the next 55 seconds after that late penalty from Harry Winchell. Left the Sal's shorthanded. To close the first frame. Second begins with the Sal's on the offensive. Trying to corral the puck was Callahan off a Davis feed to no avail. And it's worth noting, Sal's a bit flat-footed out of the gate tonight, but this is their first game at Fred Rust Arena on an NHL-size ice sheet. In past seasons, Salesianum's had a distinct home ice advantage on account of playing on international ice, but that is no longer the case. Here's Hoisington off the cross-ice feed from Rafter. Shot tipped aside. Looked like Dominic did get a piece of it. Here's Davis the other way. Centering pass and a hard shot from Sean Callahan into the back glass as the Winchell penalty reaches its near conclusion. Jackson Major walking in over the Salesianum blue line. Errant shot. Puck ends up in the far corner. Scrapping for it is Braden Kropp. And now it's carried near side by Melican from behind his own goal and sent through traffic ahead to Salfas. Cross-ice feed. Kropp, leading scorer for Salesianum with 3. Chases down the puck that he dumped into the far corner of the O.J. Roberts zone, but he finds himself outnumbered by red sweaters, and Cole Doherty is foiled on his clearing attempt as Salfas keeps the right point airtight. Rafter had Kropp tied up, sweeping in for the puck. Salfas couldn't center. And here's Doherty the other way. Colin Doherty ran out of room trying to cut through the mid slot. He was steered to the far corner. Salfas picks up the loose vulcanized rubber. He and Melican enter with a 2-on-2. Drop pass from Melican, trying to feed back to Salfas to no avail, taken away by Lehman. Major, Doherty, shot. Dominic with the save. Ryan Salfas, if he hurries, has himself a breakaway. Backhand shot was bothered by Lehman, saved by Faith. Salesianum penalty. What do we have from Sam? Interference on Ryan Salfas with 14:31 to go in this second period. So back to the PK. Go the Sals. As Salfas knocked a Roberts stick right out of a player's hands, and that was enough to draw the ire of Chauvin and put the red-clad Wildcats back on the power play. The Salesianum penalty was assessed to number 4, Ryan Salfas, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes, 29 seconds in the second period. Salfas, 2 for interference at 2:29. Winchell, rather that's Jackson Major up the right wing boards, pinching his way past a host of Salesianum defenders. Davis, shorthanded 1-on-1. Body down in open ice by McAteer, and Faith covers the puck for the pause. Face-off will come to the left of Paige Faith, who stopped 14 of 15 shots of the first period. And Aiden Gutowski is in for the draw across from Connell. This shot off the stick of Callahan goes up into the netting and out of play. Quick restart off the hand of Sean Green. half the penalty to Salfas has expired. Connell bats the puck beyond the reach of Gutowski. It was nearly corralled by Russell Pupek. Gutowski couldn't bulldoze his way past three Wildcats in close. Here's Costello with time and space. Dominic with the blocker save. Pupek taking aim. Couldn't get through traffic from between the circles. And this will be cleared out of harm's way by Sean Callahan for the Sals, killing a few more seconds off the Salfas penalty. Callahan dumps in and hustles off for a change. If you're just joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, Salesianum traveling right to left in second period play in their home Ecru kits. Gold helmets, navy blue pants, navy blue numbers, easy to read from all sides. Owen J. Roberts and their away Reds moving left to right the way we see it, as Salesianum go back full strength 4.5 minutes into the second period. Melican to Chef. Played up the right wing boards, overskated by Salucci, gathered in at center by Jackson Major and launched back deep into the Salesianum end near side. Chef again clears. And this will come back an icing. McShane in for the face-off win, flanked by Kropp and Bach. Jackson Major takes the puck away again for Owen J. Roberts and heads a 3-on-3 counterattack. Lehman, the recipient of the breakout pass up the right side, was steered to the near corner and stripped of the puck by Melican, who now floats it clear to Christopher McShane, and this will be called offside. Five and a half minutes elapsed as we restart in center ice, thereabouts. And Salesianum grind their way back into attacking position. Net front feed. Kropp couldn't finish off the McShane setup for his fourth of the year. Still a 2-1 hockey game. Owen J. Roberts with the advantage. Mitchell gets the puck back from D'Italia. Advanced up the right wing boards to Kropp, and now cleared to Brandon Bach. Bach flips this just over the Owen J. Roberts blue line. Enough momentum to facilitate a changing of the guard. D'Italia from center. Volleys it back to Hoisington. Doherty outnumbered just above the Salesianum blue line. Opts for the dump and change, and we're 6.5 minutes into the second period. This is Gutowski. Angled behind the goal by the outstretched hip of Charles McAteer. Gutowski skates the perimeter of the zone before flipping the puck into the far corner into the path of Winchell. Caromed up the near wall to Brennan. Shot was blocked in traffic. Pupek could not recover the puck for Owen J. Roberts, but he succeeded in driving play back to the Salesianum line, where Callahan managed to recover. Hoisington, deep in his own zone, fails to clear. Callahan fans on the puck. Wearing 24 for Salesianum. We're used to seeing him in 28. So a lot of player relearning as we get used to new numbers and new names and new line combinations and, well, new everything. DeGrand centering pass. Rom off the tip of his stick. Gains the puck and he shoots from close up. That shot saved by Paige Faith, who holds on for the glove save. And the face-off coming right in front of the Salesianum faithful. Fairly good crowd on hand, and wouldn't you know it, a Sam Chauvin signal of a face-off violation. The man is a stickler on face-offs and icings, and there's a darn good reason he works NCAA games as a linesperson. His commitment to the craft is admirable, to say the least. Oh my goodness. Avoidable interference penalties. The Achilles heel of Salesianum as they take a third. .805 in. Oliver Sheff takes the long skate back to the penalty box, putting Salesianum back on the PK. And the Wildcats waste no time. Richard Pupek getting his first goal of the season. A power play tally, just 3 seconds. Into the Oliver Sheff penalty. Macher with the face-off win, and as such, the assist, as Richard Pupek gets his first goal of the year. Owen J. Roberts' goal, first of the season, scored by number 44, Richard Pupek. Assisted by number 10, Jackson Macher. Time of the power play goal, 8 minutes, 8 seconds in the second period. Pupek's first from Macher at 8:08. It was a power play goal. The Salesianum penalty was assessed to number 15, Oliver Sheff. 2 minutes for interference. That penalty was at 8:05 in the second period. Sheff 2 for interference at 8:05. And then came the Pupek power play goal at 8:08. D'Italia, Melican. Back to D'Italia, working up the right wing boards beyond the reach of Jackson Macher, crashing the net, but he's unable to get one past Faith and get Salesianum back within one. Davis recovers at center. This is going to be called offside. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and more. Want to know more? Of course you do. Head to 412communications.com. Another one. Slash signaled by Dr. Sam. And this goes against Owen J. Roberts' Cody Lehman. So a much-needed Delaware sports medicine power play. Awaiting Salesianum. And the shot from Davis was high. Owen J. Roberts penalty. Assessed to number 9, Cody Lehman. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 11 minutes, 24 seconds in the second period. Lehman, 2 for slashing at 11:24. Faith flashes the leather. And the draw comes back near side. Davis walking the line. Melican. Back to Davis. Flipped into the corner, and Sean Albert. Played back up the right wall. Melican. Stepping up from the dot and taking aim was Davis. This goes off Faith's pads and into the netting. 7:02 to go in the second period. $1:26 remaining on the penalty to Cody Lehman. Wildcats clear off the D-zone draw. Melican recovers at center. Pushing through is Blake D'Italia to gain the zone after Pupek tried to break up the pass across to the far side. Albert, D'Italia. Minute to go on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Sean Albert to Salucci. Cross-slot feed. Great save from Paige Faith. Wow. That's a case there of Salesianum doing absolutely everything right. Cross-slot pass, getting the puck across the Royal Road, forcing Faith to move post to post. But still, the Owen J. Roberts netminder comes up with the save. 4-on-2 on the re-entry. Hard shot from Davis was wide into the corner boards near side. Davis chases it down. He holds the perimeter. One-timer coming from Sean Callahan at the dot. Squared up for and saved by Faith again. And we've got a cross-check signaled by Sean Green with 5:57 to go in this second period. So Pupek is off now for a cross check at 11:03. And Salesianum's got 21 seconds of a two-player advantage. Prime chance to at least get one back with lots of space to work with. Albert, net front feed. Melican once, twice canceled out by Faith. D'Italia to Melican. 5-on-4, Lehman hustles on. Winding up and shooting was Davis, denied by Faith again. Owen J. Roberts' penalty was assessed to number 44, Richard Pupek, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 11 minutes, 3 seconds in the second period. Pupek 2 for cross-checking at 11:03. So just about a minute and a half left on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. After failing to convert on 21 seconds of a two-man advantage, Salesianum still with a 5-on-4 for the next minute 12. 5 minutes to go in the second period. Walking in is Connor Davis. Steered by Machur to the near corner. Davis to Melican. It comes right back to him far side. Cross-lot feed intended for D'Italia. Camping out at the dot was blocked off an Owen J. Roberts skate. Hustling is Colin Doherty to recover the puck, and he sends this up ice to the cherry-picking Brody Machur, denied by a Ryan Dominic stick save. So the breakaway was foiled. And the Salesianum side get one back. On the Delaware Sports Medicine power play, Michael Salucci tucks one past Paige Faith, and it's a 1-goal game. There the save. And good puck movement up ice. Set up for Salucci's first goal of the season. A power play tally to bring Salesianum back to within one. Salesianum goal! First of the season, scored by number 20, Michael Salucci. Assisted by number 16, Sean Melican. And number 18, Connor Davis. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 29 seconds. In the second period. Salucci's first from Melican and Davis. At 12:29. A power play goal. And there it is for you in the top left corner of your TV. And there's the equalizer. As Gutowski pots his second. And we've got a brand new hockey game. Giving it another look. It was Sean Callahan with the helper. And Gutowski with his second. Brings Salesianum back on level pegging. Salesianum goal. His second of the season and second of the game. Scored by number 49, Aiden Gutowski. And we'll come back to the particulars after Ryan Salfas gets his moment in the sun just 18 seconds later. So the Sal's on an absolute tear, turning a 3-1 deficit into a 4-3 lead and looking for more. And we've got plenty to get to here. Salesianum's third goal, scored by number 49, Aiden Gutowski. Again, his second of the season in the game. Assisted by number 24, Sean Callahan. Time of the goal, 14:08 in the second period. Gutowski's second of the game from Callahan at 14:08. Salesianum's fourth goal, second of the season, scored by number 4, Ryan Salfas. Assisted by number 32, Christopher McShane, and number 22, Blake D'Italia. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 26 seconds in the second period. Salfas' second from McShane and D'Italia at 14:26. So it looks like the manpower has been depleted all around. One aside have been issued early passes to the Showers. The others waiting patiently and having civil conversation. Waiting to just get on with it, as it were. Ryan Dominic getting the start here for the home opener for his senior year. And we're going to get the particulars. We might get the particulars from Sam Chauvin. I don't know. Well, your guess is as good as mine. We saw one player from each side. Take the long walk away. And we're pretty much left in the dark, it seems. Puck out of play in the Owen J. Roberts zone. Face-off coming to the left of Paige Faith with a minute and 31 seconds to go here in the second period. Salesianum doing well to cycle in the attacking zone. Backhand shot came off the stick of Kropp, denied by Faith. McShane tried to put the rebound back, but failed in that endeavor. This is pushed back clear by Kropp, shoveled by McShane. In behind the Roberts goal, frozen by Faith. Minute 5 to go in the second period, which has seen Salesianum reel off back-to-back-to-back goals to turn a 3-1 deficit into a 4-3 advantage. The Wildcats work clear. It is Maximilian Connell. Setting up Colin Doherty for the equalizer. The Wildcats back on level pegging with 52 seconds to go in the second. Second goal of the night for Colin Docherty. Connell to get the assist. And we're back level 4 aside. Long shot from Albert, glanced off Faith's right leg pad into the near boards. The Owen J. Roberts goal, third of the season, second of the game, scored by number 27, Colin Docherty. Assisted by number 62, Maximilian Connell. Time of the goal, 16 minutes, 8 seconds of the second period. Docherty's third, second of the game from Connell at 16:08. And we've got a man down on the O.J. Roberts zone. Being attended to by on-site medical staff after what just looked like a nasty collision round about the far dot. Tobin Engel back on his feet, getting a little help getting back to the bench. Face-off will come to the left of Paige Faith. Another attacking zone draw for Salesianum to likely bring the period to a close. This skips back into neutral territory. Thrown back in by D'Italia. But the second period has reached its conclusion. The score at the end of 2 periods, Salesianum 4, Owen J. Roberts 4. Back momentarily on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
And welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Just about go time for third period play. As Sean Green gets ready to drop the puck. On third period action between Owen J. Roberts and Salesianum. First half of the season home and home series between these two teams, which they will, as it turns out, conclude on Monday. Sean Albert up the gauntlet. Manages to maintain control of the puck. He directs it to the far corner of the Owen J. Roberts zone, where Richard Pupek plays the body on him. And it comes back now off the stick of Harry Winchell, trying to center to Davis. And this goes up out of play. Sponsorship opportunities are available here on the Delaware Hockey Network all season long. Spread your name to a growing audience, 55,000 strong, ranging from Boston to D.C. and beyond. To learn more, email mjr at 412communications.com. Something available for every purpose and budget. Pupek clogging up the low slot. Co-captain of the Wildcats failing to clear, though, as Melican held the left point. Working the near side now. Albert trying to protect. Ringing the puck in hard behind the Owen J. Roberts net. Again, Pupek fails to clear. Just holding the zone is Gutowski. He's got 2 goals for Salesianum, joined by Salucci and Salfas on the score sheet. On the Owen J. Roberts side, it is Colin Doherty with a pair. Pupek and Costello with 1 each. Here's the other Pupek, Russell, trying to bulldoze his way into the slot, but he's stood up by Brennan right between the train tracks. Willis the other way. Tried to drop the puck off to Callahan, but missed his man at the far half wall. Back in the neutral zone come the Sal's. Sean Callahan winding up. And Faith slams the door. Paige Faith coming up with a key save on a Salesianum odd man rush. The face-off will now come near side. In earlier action today, the Delaware Men's Division I Blue Hens fell 6-3 to the Seawolves of Stony Brook University in the first half of their weekend home and home series. The teams will meet for the 4th time this season, and for that matter, the 4th time in a span of 23 days. Tomorrow at the rinks just outside New York City. Just over 2 minutes are in our rearview mirror here in the third period. Brody Macher slowed up, trying to cut through the slot. McShane the other way. Shot into the pads of Paige Faith. Brody Macher handles the rebound. He plays this off the corner glass. Back out to center, where Oliver Sheff recovers for the Sal's. Back in comes McShane. Drop pass and a shot from Melican. Wide of the near post. Rebound contested 2-on-2 and recovered by Kropp, trailing back toward the blue line. McShane centering pass on the doorstep, but canceled out was Sheff. And we've got a pause in action. Puck out of play. Ultimately the case. And right at the 3-minute mark of the third period, we restart with an attacking zone draw for Salesianum. But the boys in that crew are pushed back to their own zone to set up a more deliberate attack. Sheff to Melican. Up the middle this comes, on the stick now of Lucas Rom. Rom collided with Connell trying to cut through the slot. They both pop back up on their feet. Puck ends up back inside the Salesianum zone where Melican recovered. This pursued by DeGrand, turned away by Alexander Lee. Wildcats change. Bach gives it away to Doherty. Cole Doherty's shot was stick checked up into the atmosphere and into the back glass behind Ryan Dominic, who has stopped 11 of 15 shots through the first 34 minutes of play. Just beyond 4 minutes elapsed in the third period from Fred Rust Arena. In this 4-4 hockey game between Salesianum and Owen J. Roberts. Sal's went on a 3-goal run late in the second period, but with 52 seconds left in that middle frame, Colin Doherty potting his third of the season and second of the night put Owen J. Roberts back level. This shot from Winchell is sticked away and over the glass. This is an icing. The Wildcats working back right to left again. Successfully this time. Russell Pupek wants a hold. He's not going to get it from Sam Chauvin. But there is something here with 12:02 to go. Looks to be a high stick on the puck. And Sean Albert looking for space from behind the net. He leaves this to Winchell at the point, thrown in from distance off Faith's pads. Davis unable to corral the puck in close for a second chance opportunity. Wildcats on the counterattack. Shot from Doherty, and Dominic covers for the pause with 11:31 to go. Dominic doing well to play his angles. Generally doesn't give up much in the way of low danger shots. Albert's going to go. And we'll try to get word on the signal as we weren't made privy to it upstairs. The Salesianum penalty was assessed to number 43, Sean Albert, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes, 28 seconds of the third period. Albert 2 for roughing at 5:28. Gutowski looking for a third, denied by Faith. Just holding the point is Willis. Shorthanded attack for Salesianum. Willis ran out of racetrack in close. Gutowski standing his ground under heavy pressure. He kicks this up to the point, and the shot from Brennan was into the pads of Faith. Wildcats coming in numbers 4-on-2. Doherty, drop pass, shot in the slot from Colin Costello was saved. The rebound is put back. And Brody Macher with the go-ahead goal. Adding insult to injury, and Owen J. Roberts are now up 5-4, reclaiming the lead with just under 10 minutes to go. So it's been a game of runs and streaks. A 3-0 run from Salesianum, countered by 2 unanswered Owen J. Roberts goals, 1 from Doherty. And now Brody Macher with the go-ahead after recording assists twice earlier. Owen J. Roberts' goal, his 4th of the season. Scored by number 16, Brody Macher. Assisted by number 11, Colin Costello. And number 27, Colin Doherty. Time of the power play goal, 7 minutes, 3 seconds in the third period. Macher's 4th from Costello and Doherty at 7:03. Connell's guilty of an icing. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these guys or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more, particularly about Dr. Bly's new membership program to help you achieve peak performance through a combination of exercise, nutrition, and other resources. Visit desportsmed.com. Friendly fire at center as Chef ran into Kropp and turned the puck over. Doherty back into Salesianum territory. Centering pass was broken up by Chef. Richard Pupek pulls back behind his own goal. Confronted by the forechecking Braden Kropp. Kropp forces the turnover. Salfas cannot work forward from the corner. Addison Hartman sends the puck up the left wing boards, but she could not find Macher on the breakout pass near side at center. Just over 7.5 minutes to go. Roberts 5, Salesianum 4. In a back and forth affair to start the home schedule for Salesianum this season. They're on the road Monday, heading to Oaks Center Ice, where they will square off with the Wildcats for the second time in 4 days. This is offside. 7:09 to go. Here from Fred Rust Arena and Studio 1X. Long shot lobbed in. Frozen by Faith. Salesianum gains an attacking zone faceoff as a matter of it. Pupek long shot into the Dominic pads on that Wildcat counterattack. Here comes Melican. He tried to set up Willis cutting for the cage, but the pass didn't connect. This was centered. Willis could not get stick on puck in close. Digging away, shooting. Faith says no again. 6:23 to go. Fresh legs on for the Owen J. Roberts Wildcats. Sal's trying to maintain some semblance of forward momentum. But a very quick Owen J. Roberts transition game, and stellar net minding from Paige Faith have gotten in the way. There another Faith save as Davis was denied from the right dot. Taking aim was Sean Albert. Faith said no again. Owen J. Roberts netminder proving to be a prime candidate for top star honors with save after save after save. And certainly a difference maker in this game. Pupek fans on the puck. Doherty manages to work it clear. Brennan returns the favor, connecting up the right wing boards with Willis for Salesianum. Quick shot cutting through the slot. Again denied by Faith. Paige Faith has been absolutely peppered by vulcanized rubber. 35 shots through the first 34 minutes. And easily a dozen more already in the third period, if not more. Rafter clears. Chef recovers. Callahan throws this in. Play is whistled dead. 4:15 to go. Offside shot, says Chauvin. So a neutral zone faceoff is the result. Brian LeBlanc doesn't understand, wanting an explanation, and to Brian's credit in past years, he would be incredulous. Now he's not going to push the issue much more. Pupek chips the puck from deep in his own zone off the near glass, and it's volleyed back by Winchell toward the Owen J. Roberts blue line. Davis was swarmed by red sweaters and stripped of the puck. In deep is D'Italia. Around to Gutowski this goes. Cross ice feed to Winchell. Winchell looking for the equalizer. Only 200 seconds to go for Salesianum before a home crowd for the first time this season. Pupek clears. Puck was touched by a Salesianum player on its way up ice, so Chauvin waves off the icing. Melican to Willis. Back in neutral territory comes Salesianum. Melican again. Up the right wing boards, dodges the Russell Pupek check. Kept on ticking for a few strides before being separated from the puck. And here's Costello up the middle, slowed up by Gutowski over the center logo. Final 2.5 minutes from Fred Rust Arena. Owen J. Roberts 5, Salesianum 4. Willis tried to float the puck to Melican. It's loose in front of Faith, who sprawls over the puck to freeze it with 2:16 to go. Watching it again, there you can see the puck is loose. And Salesianum's going to take their timeout. Timeout, Salesianum. So 2:16 remaining. Here in the third period. And while we've got the opportunity, a reading of the credits for tonight's broadcast. Our co-executive producer is Molly Jo Rosen. Our assistant producers are Broadway Joe Sindoni and Trey Wright. Trey is our videographer tonight as well. Production assistant, runner. The only thing he doesn't do is bring coffee. Okay, he doesn't steal coffee either. One of those things, if you were there, you'd know. Trey's done a lot of work with us over the past few years, everywhere from New Jersey to New York to Scranton to right here, and we are very fortunate to have him as part of the 412 crew. Eli Swope is our production assistant, joining us remotely tonight. And we're ready to get back to action with 2:16 to go. Salesianum having taken their timeout and trying to put forth a home stretch rally to at least get back level with Owen J. Roberts. Brody Macher lofts the puck up ice, but he's out hustled by Peter Brennan deep into the Salesianum zone. Connell in the far corner brings us to the final 2 minutes of regulation. Puck was knocked loose from a two-a-side scrum, and now it's carried by Davis beyond center. 2-on-4, the Salesianum entry. Dominic standing pat. One-timer from Melican. Steered wide by Faith. Lehman couldn't backhand the puck free. Davis ran out of space net front. Dominic's making a break for the bench, and the extra attacker is on. Right as Dominic made it to the bench, Peter Brennan's cross-ice pass to Davis inside the line was tipped by Doherty as far as the Salesianum blue line. 67 seconds to go. Rom, here's a shot from Winchell off a centering feed. Denied by Faith again. Davis couldn't get past from the right dot. Winchell working net front, digging away Cameron Willis at the near post, couldn't connect. And the whistle of Sammy Chauvin sounds with 45 seconds to go. What have we got? A cross check against Melican. So Dominic heads back to the net. And the Wildcats will have a power play with all likelihood to bring this game to its conclusion. Salesianum penalty was assessed to number 16, Sean Melican. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 15 seconds in the third period. Melican, 2 for cross-checking at 16:15. Urgency and desperation and a little bit of luck it's going to take for Salesianum now. Dominic heading back to the bench. Extra attacker is on, but only 5 seconds to go. Rom. Around this comes D'Italia. Last shot too late. And Owen J. Roberts have won. Tonight's final score, Owen J. Roberts Wildcats 5. Salesianum 4. Final shots on goal, Owen J. Roberts 20. Salesianum 52. Fans, it's time for the 3 stars of the game, presented by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky. Tonight's 3rd star with 2 goals for Salesianum, number 49, Aiden Gutowski. Tonight's number 2 star with the game-winning goal and 2 assists for Owen J. Roberts, number 16, Brody Macher. And the number 1 star of the game, backstopping Owen J. Roberts to their 3rd win of the season with 48 saves, number 79, Paige Faith. That will do it for our Delaware Hockey Network doubleheader on this Friday evening, as Owen J. Roberts improves to 3-1 on the year, and Salesianum drops to 1-2-0 on the season, with their next meeting with the Wildcats coming in just 3 days' time. The Sals and Owen J. Roberts will meet at Oaks Center Ice on Monday as they continue their Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League seasons. Season 10 of Salesianum Hockey on the Delaware Hockey Network will continue through the month of November. Full schedule available at DelawareHockeyNetwork.com. For the entire crew, for Trey Wright, James Witherite signing off. Once again, tonight's final score, Owen J. Roberts Wildcats 5, Salesianum 4. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again soon.